an emergency. So we're at the sign, so you haven't missed much. First stop sign we got here. So you see the almond fields here, or orchards. You see our cornfields. There's a cornfield just growing over here. And this one looks like it just got, oh, it's being cut down right now as we speak. This is a cornfield over here. That one's being worked on. Look at that California blue sky, folks. Yeah, baby. Welcome back. Sorry about that. So here's this field that's being worked on. You can see that some of it's been chopped down. On the way back, I'll bet we'll see it more work on more. Look at all that alfalfa, man. Land O'Lakes, California dairy, baby. So I'm gonna put it on this side for a bit so you can see more of what I see off to my right. See the dairies here. It's dairy. You can see all the farmland we got here. This is the real California, man. Yeah, Camp Part 2. Sorry about that. Yeah, my wife called and she gets mad if I don't answer, so I had to answer that one. So you can tell this field nobody worked on it. But I see a tractor way out there in the corner. Over here on this side is corn. Let's do a little shift here. That way you guys can see a lot of cornfields over here. And you got another orchard over here. Excuse me. Yeah, so look at the water here. I don't know if you guys can see the water. This is all left over from the rain. So this was not here prior to those huge rainstorms we have. This is like, what they're doing is they're banking water. This is another orchard right there. I see how the farmers always have all these alfalfa bales. This is orchard after orchard, baby. It's like closer to Epiphany's house, you get more citrus, orange, lemon trees. You might get peaches and apricots. What time is it over there in Japan, my friend? I'm gonna keep it on that side for a while. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Headed over to Epiphany card collector. We're gonna hang out, gotta do a little errand or so, and yeah, we just have to hang out. I got some cookies for him. I got some White Sox cards. So, all my pack rips, Epiphany and I, we kind of trade. If he's breaking something I don't have, he usually keeps players that I don't keep, and vice versa. We all collect different things. I mean, I got Hot Wheels I collect on the side. If I see a G.I. Joe, I'm on that G.I. Joe. Baseball cards, well, football. I even got some football cards, believe it or not. I even got hockey. I got so much I haven't gotten to, but eventually we'll get to all that. It's been a year process to get all these cards. Pack rip a day, baby. I'm getting close to 900. So you can see right here, we got the corn, and then they got this, it's like a canal irrigation. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me again. Ever since I moved up here, yeah, a lot of cornfields, man. It's like field of dreams here. People get a lot of corn maze. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh my gosh. So you can see the dairies out there. There they are. Let me turn it real sideways here. You can really get a real gander at the extreme right that I have here. So, Ken, have you ever been out to this part of California, or anybody else ever been out to this part of California? I mean, unless you're homegrown, you may not realize that we have farms. We have more farms. People think, they think Midwest, they think those states. Sometimes they, call them flyover states because their populations are smaller, as small as this county. We here in Tulare County. Here's a nursery that is still here. I was gonna say that it looks pretty well stocked. Here's a little, what we call a census. Oh, well, that's desert, my friend. That is the basin. That's the Mojave, and that's the basin. That's a brutal, man. That's brutal. I mean, we get hot here. We're 100 every day, but we've kind of chillaxed. Check out those California prices right there on the gas. Right there. That's hey, Douglas, thanks for joining me. Yeah, Arizona, that part of the United States that you mentioned, Doug, is good in the wintertime. I'm gonna go to this side now for a bit. That way you get to see what's on my left, because you've already seen a ton of what's on my right. But here in the Central Valley of California, we are the breadbasket. If we have water, we'll grow anything. And if there's water anywhere in the state of California, we'll grow it. And we have the most dairies. I think we're number one in farming. I'm pretty sure we're number one in oranges. I mean, we just grow the living Jesus out of everything. You were here in the Central Valley or Arizona, and you're in the Central Valley? Here in the CV? End of September. So if you were here, that's about the time it starts cooling off. It's not as like today's 99, so we're supposed to stay just under the century mark for most of this week, which 90s is better than 100s, I'll tell you that much. Yeah. The 90s are better than 100, that's for sure. Hope you're enjoying this view, guys. This is on this side on my left. These are orange, and they have the fan. You can see the fan peeking out over the orchard. I was at the national park where the trail took to. Oh, that's Lake Mead. Was it Lake Mead? You mean in Arizona, where they were? When the Lake Mead's part of the Colorado, and it had gone so low, they were finding bodies and cars with bodies. Yeah. I think I don't know if the winter rains helped those guys out. Here, ours had gotten low where you can find old western frontier towns. That's how low some of our reservoirs, aka lakes. Because natural lakes are like Tahoe or even Lake Tulare that reformed. And, you have some natural bodies of water, and then you got reservoirs, which are aka lakes with dams on them out here. Like Oroville. That brings all the water down from the north. And, part of the California aqueduct. Those had gotten low, but now with this rain, we have so much water. I think they were like over 100. 100 is full. They were like 110, and they said worry about the flooding in the springtime and summer. Well, we've now reached that. We've had 3-4 months of really brutal heat, or at least a good 30, 40 days, 40 days, 45, 50 days of it, and it hasn't been the flooding, but I will tell you one thing: the irrigation canals are full. Most bodies of water here are full. And we'll see if we don't get any rain next year. We have water to hold us over. Maybe a couple of years before then we start to go, uh-oh, drought's back. We haven't rained. Our water levels are going down, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you one thing what we're doing, you guys. We've not, just because it rained, like biblically, that didn't mean I could go wash my car whenever I wanted to, or water my lawn whenever I wanted to, or throw whatever out when I wanted to. You know, we still have, we're never going to go back to no restrictions. There's always going to be restrictions. It's still going to be that way in Cali. Here's a lot of orange trees, so let me flip over this way. Oh, here's an interesting. Let me flip over to the left. Over here, this farm or ranch, where these folks have, they got some horses right here, as you can see. But here's a lot of horses right here. But over here's a baby horse. But here they have some longhorns. Where are their longhorns? I want to go. Here they are. They have some longhorns right here. Some Texas longhorns, which I think is pretty damn cool. It reminds me of what my grandfather had. Some longhorns. So these are, I think these are one side of your almonds, the other side is pistachios. Some of them, if you see a lot of grass growing underneath them, they haven't been worked. You know, they haven't been, that means they're not being currently worked. Over here we have a baby vineyard, meaning that it looks recently planted, but they haven't really maintained it other than watering it, maybe. That's a river of water right there. So we're going to go over the Deer Creek pretty soon. Let's see if I can get you in the camera angle right there. Yeah, that would do it. You're going to see some real beautiful houses tucked in, like this one right here. Tucked in, usually doctors and whatever, dentists, they build these mega mansions here. Here's another one. Let me flip it over. You'll see what I mean. You can see it right there, barely. These mega mansions they're just out in the middle of no man's land, and there it is. I think we're gonna go over. About to go over a little. What we call Deer Creek. By the time it reaches where I work, it's near the school district or the school area where I work. It's a trickle. Over the last 18 years, I barely, once in a while, I'd see some water, rainy season, and now it's a big boy, man. It's a real deal. It's a creek that's been channeled. So these people are going over the creek. Let's see if I can get a good slow view of it. All right, there's the creek. You can see the berm as I'm going up. That's one of our waterways here in Cali. And there you go. Look at that. That's Deer Creek. And that's water. There's times where I've driven over this in years past. Not one iota of water, man. Now look at that. That's all from the runoff from the melt. So, Doug, what do you collect, boss? Do you collect anything? Even if it's coins, bills, paychecks, I don't know. Cards, football cards, anything? You guys chat in the conversation. Come on, guys. Let's do something, man. Let's get it going. I mean, I hope you're enjoying the scenery. The scenery's kind of nice. It's like I said, it's not if you've reached 2 o'clock and it's only 99, probably gonna escape Cards, Jays, Raptors, Bills, and Leaves. Okay, we're talking Cardinals like in St. Louis Cardinals, and Jays as in the Blue Jays. Hey, bud. What's going on, man? And Rafters. Yeah, I don't have any Rafters cards or Bills card. Leafs. Oh, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay. And Toronto Blue Jays. Hence, Toronto Blue Jays. Cool, cool, cool. You know, I once, when my brothers and I were little, we used to collect the football cards. So once we collected the baseball cards back in 80, 81. You know, we started the year Ricky Henderson's rookie card came out. So we were fortunate enough for that. That's like the holy grail other than Griffey. But we collected football too. And then, believe it or not, we ended up collecting basketball cards. And we got the Larry Bird here. My brother ended up with that card. I don't know how he ended up with it. He must have pulled it because obviously I didn't pull it. And you know what? I don't even have that many basketball cards. I have some that were somewhere from somebody. Oh, cool. I'll have to ask Johnny. Expos, Nationals. Yeah, I do pull a lot. Since I go through a lot of vintage, and I wouldn't call it vintage, but junk wax era / vintage. Stuff from 30, 40 years ago. Yeah, I pull a lot of Expos. I think they came out with an Expos Pete Rose. Was it the Fleer? And I think 84 tops was a Pete Rose Expo. And that would mean the 85 or 84 Fleer too. Yeah, Pete Rose in an Expos uniform. Oh man. Yeah, you could probably pick those up pretty reasonably. I mean, we're talking reasonably. I mean, if Pete Rose ever gets in the Hall of Fame, yeah, then you'll have a hard time getting those. Then people are going to really jack up the price on you. Hey, Bud, what's going on, man? How you been, Bud? Just kind of hanging out here. We're kind of going through town here. No, but you know what? It looks that way. I think that's, you know, the funny thing about that, Blair, thanks for dropping in. That may be, those are the Sierra Nevadas, what you see way up there where you can see some mountains. Those are the Sierra Nevadas. And as you go deeper, those Sierra Nevadas are very tall. They're as high as 21, and they're still growing. Geologists and predict that those will be as high as the Himalayas one day. But those Sierra Nevadas, there might be a storm back there. This goes, you start here and you keep going until you hit the next state, which is going to be Nevada. I mean, but you're talking hundreds and hundreds of miles. And that's where the people were taking their wagon trains, got stuck and chomped on each other, the Donner Party, but that was a little bit further north. We're more in the southern San Joaquin, but yeah, you see a lot of clouds. I noticed blue back there, and then you see the clouds. So it might be raining back there. They may get thunderstorms up in the mountains. That's where you go to cool off around here. Either you go to the beach, which all of a sudden you get like 35-degree difference, or you go up into the mountains, which is lesser of a drive but more squirrely, meaning it's, you know, very curvy. Yeah, very curvy and stuff. Yeah, no storm chasing, just see a little wind over here. Just kind of heading over to Epiphany's. We're gonna pick up my man here, and we're gonna gotta do a little Walmart run. Maybe I'll make a video there. A little pack breaking, have some lunch, early dinner, I guess. And I got a pool that needs work, and I'm gonna have to really get on it. Yeah, may have to clean the filter again tonight. That's... Oh, cool. Yeah, Johnny's a good guy, man. I've known him. Oh man, I don't know how long I've known Johnny. 10, 12 years maybe. I mean, I lost track. I know he used to be my guard and all. Granny, what's going on? How are you, Granny? How's the weather where you are? I mean, over here in Cali, we're in this part of California, which is the hottest part. Well, I take that back. If you're in Death Valley, you can get 130, 140. Yeah, that's why it's called Death Valley. But over here, we can get a good 100, 110, 116 sometimes. It's like a mini Arizona, we call it. Hot, huh? Yeah, you know what? Everybody I've asked. I mean, when I was in Alaska, you know, a week or so ago, when I was in Vancouver, when I was in Canada, even in New York, I was there earlier this summer. And you get that from everybody. Yeah, it's hot. Well, 95 is better than 100. I always tell people. 95 is better than 100. You know, 100 sucks, you know. Let me go this way. Might be better. Just didn't want to run that kid over. Yeah. Well, you know what? The hottest part of the year last year when I was in the classroom, I mean, I'm still in the classroom, but, you know, we haven't started school here yet, is, Johnny, I'm right behind your house, man, as you can tell. It was like for 3 weeks, we didn't let the kids go out and play. It was 116. You could feel the heat just by walking out. You could just feel it. It was just like crazy. Yeah, crazy heat, man. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna pick up Epiphany Card Collector, and we're gonna head on out of here. We'll catch up to you. I'll catch up to you on my way home. So in about 3 hours or 2.5 hours, 3 hours after 5 o'clock Pacific time. All right, CV out. Peace, people. Thank you for stopping by. Muggy, huh? No, Muggy's never good. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.